that you think I should wear my cap?
I think you should.
You know that people think that we film every word that we speak or every thought we think, but that's not true. We've made 3 videos and I turned every one of them down. I said, no, that's below our standard.
No, wait a minute.
Or my standard.
Wait a minute. First of all...
Can't put them up there. He doesn't have any standards. He'll say, oh, what's wrong with it? It's... No, he'd put anything up there. But...
Well, I wouldn't have.
Oh, well, almost.
A congressman or something like that? Would I show... Folks, would I show my underwear? Oh, I don't have any underwear.
We
what
don't
am I
need it. Display.
I don't wear underwear. Oh.
So I said, you know, there was one he couldn't understand. I had forgotten. I got up on Sunday morning. I got out a beautiful green, lime green blouse that I like to wear in the summer, and not realize, I didn't think of it as being Sunday. Well, I came down and I was in my usual preaching mood on Sunday. We made a video, I preached, and then I looked at the video and that blouse just screamed sex. I mean, any woman who saw it would say, oh, that hussy. You know. And he couldn't see it.
I did not see it.
Say,
not only did I not see it.
You said to me, don't you think you better not preach and wear that blouse?
I didn't think it was even mumbling sex, let alone speaking sex.
It doesn't look.
No, it's screaming sex. I don't know. Am I so far out of it? Clothes don't talk to me anymore? I mean...
Right, they don't.
Oh, my God.
They don't.
I must be losing my ability. Tell her now. What did I see on television this morning? 56% of men think that their clothes make them...
What?
Yeah.
Make them what? And
look
then there
more
was
successful than what they are. So don't you get the picture
well,
there?
Then there was
everything is
other
so.
Ones. For one reason or another, I said no.
Wait a minute.
Thumbs down. That has to go in the.
Wait a minute. Is this screaming sex or not? Is it even talking sex?
I don't think it is.
Is it mumbling?
This is an undershirt, and this sort of helps keep it from. See, it used to close, but now it doesn't quite close, so it's now become an overshirt.
Mm-hmm.
And you tone down clothes that need to be toned down. So anyway, I wasn't wearing the right outfit.
Am I toned down enough for you?
Oh yeah, you look great.
You know why I look great?
You'll have to
tell him why I look great.
I don't know.
You went into the closet and got a shirt for me. This is my wardrobe mistress, folks, in case you wonder. And then she picked out this hat for me, too.
This is a great hat. I love this hat.
Don't you love this hat?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's fantastic.
So this is how to have a great wardrobe show, just sitting in your front room, changing clothes. So, you have to get the right things. Well, I tried to tell
you. The problem that I perceive
just don't get the wrong thing.
The problem I perceive it is, we're going to be in my apartment and we're going to be changing clothes. I'll be the only one changing clothes. Unless you decide to start wearing my clothes, then we're going to change the whole format of this whole thing, because...
Well, you should take a little look at me. You could save a lot of time if you noticed that I was wearing an outfit that didn't go...
Your clothes were screaming sex. I did not
well,
know.
Just the way it fit, it just, Nowadays they have these little clingy stuff. You can't hardly buy anything that's not clingy. Just clings. And so on Sunday you should buy loose. You should wear a loose, maybe a t-shirt type. That's the kind of thing you look for. Because I can't keep track of everything.
I did not know that. I really didn't. Had
And
I
he was
known
very
that,
upset
I would have
because
told you, Alma, your clothes are screaming at me.
yes.
You want? I can't provide that on Sunday morning. Oh my God, your clothes are screaming at me.
yes. That would save time and save you.
Well, it would certainly save 25 minutes on the camera.
When we have to veto it because
What's this
wrong,
veto?
it was a
You vetoed it.
wardrobe mistake. And
Uh-huh.
I just said no.
And you're my wardrobe mistress. Now, who dresses you? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's it. If you
Who
don't pay any
dresses her?
attention, I have to
to
dress myself.
I've been to her apartment. You know, at one time, her closet is so filled with clothes.
Oh, yes. Well, if you change clothes 3 times a day, you know, you've got to have a lot of clothes.
That's right.
But anyway,
you
I
gotta have a lot of
don't-
strength
yeah.
to just go. Get this one out of here.
But I want to say that since we've seen you last, he has discovered the Daily Beast.
Oh,
He
Jesus.
didn't know there was a. I read in the Daily Beast. and he
Wait,
said,
now wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
I discovered the
what?
Daily Beast when I was 13 years
No.
old. I knew
Oh.
it.
Oh, I'm trying to keep him from saying something.
Well, I didn't know
that
you.
won't
I
cause
didn't
me
know
to
your
have
clothes
to
were
veto
screaming sex.
this. I would have to veto
Your clothes
this.
scream sex.
So he found out there was a Daily Beast that, you know, I've been reading for a long time, and he just somehow missed it. You know, how can you miss the Daily Beast?
Well, I don't watch. I have a nice big screen television. I have this big monitor over here. I'm partial to this because
yeah, he doesn't like.
it's
Even
cost me,
his big
this cost me a
monitor
pot full of
screen.
money. This cost me a half a pot full, you know. So
So anyway, let's see. The day today is Tuesday. It's a
Okay.
Tuesday kind of day, and it's not. And I told him, I
are
said,
we gonna flip to see if this ever gets on anybody's channel or what?
well, it's not.
Your clothes are not screaming sex.
And then after that, then what? I don't really know. What goes on Tuesday? A little less, you know. I'm just trying to feel what would be a good Tuesday topic. What's going on in the world? What do we need to be thinking about?
We know where this one's going.
What can we
right?
do?
We know where we always go, right? I'm not wearing my glasses on this one because you told me, last week, I'm going to find a guy that doesn't wear glasses.
Yes, I'm going to find one that has had his cataracts removed.
Well,
And, you know, and is not holding up, you know, not getting his cataracts removed. I'm going to try to find someone that has just gone right out and got his cataracts removed in a timely manner, so he can now see instead of.
well, I kind of like feeling around once in a while. Hey, I didn't know your clothes were screaming at me there.
Yeah, that's
Why
probably why
didn't
I
you
didn't
say
notice.
something, right?
cataracts are-
I did not.
are
well,
hanging
now I'm talking
down.
my hearing's going
hanging
too, you know. I didn't know your clothes were screaming at me there. So I think basically what it all comes down to is that you're going to have to make up your mind on what you want to put on YouTube, because that's all it's about. You know, I mean, hey.
Yes, what day it is, what you want, whether you want to be facetious or just kidding around, or whether you just want to.
Well, I can do that in a minute and a half. You know, that's no big deal.
Yes, and whether you want to come at the world with a very serious,
Well, I think basically.
or whether you just want to.
I think basically what really bothers me if anything really bothers me, is the fact that there is something on called The Beast.
The Daily Beast. The Daily Beast.
Okay. Listen, the weekly. It wasn't the one that shows up once in a while.
No.
Every day.
I think that's a pretty striking name for a website.
See, I would watch the Daily Breast. If they had a Daily Breast on there, I would probably, really take a look at that thing once in a while. I mean, they all look alike, but well, they all look alike. So what has this beast got to do with anything?
Oh, well, you go to the Huffington Post to get the liberal. You're used to it anyway.
I don't even know what the Huffington Post is.
AOL bought the Huffington Post, and they may tone it down. They may, they've got to put an AOL stamp on it, and what that is, I don't know. But the Daily Beast is still representing, a little more conservative viewpoints, I would say. A lot more, sort of. So anyway, they'll be talking about George Romney throwing his...
I thought it was Nick Romney, wasn't it?
No! George Romney, well, Mitt Romney is going to run for president. And, oh gosh, quite a number have shown an interest, so I think we're going to have plenty. It's going to be interesting to see who gets to the final choice. What do you think? Mitt Romney?
No, I'll tell you what. If it comes down to if I could vote Republican, which I probably won't, I would vote for Sarah Palin because she looks more like Faye than any woman I've ever seen. I would vote for Faye better than Sarah Palin.
Oh, that's a really good reason.
Well, she's cute, but she's got. Holy crap! Did you see what she's doing on her tour the other day? She's talking about Paul Revere. Didn't you watch that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard her on Paul Revere.
Oh yes. Well,
I bought the book. Yes, I read her book. She's written a book, and I've read it. I think Paul Revere was treated to certain, attention in there. I can't remember just now what the controversy is, but I know if she writes the book, I'll probably read it too. But even though I don't, presidential candidates and their books. So anyway, I've gone to the library yesterday and brought home another sack full of books. So I'll be reading extensively the next few days.
A sack full?
2 sacks full.
2 sacks full?
Yes.
Oh.
This
ought to keep you busy for at least, 2 hours?
Well, unfortunately, some of them, maybe 1 or 2 I won't even like, so then I'll have to throw those aside. And so I'll have enough for a few days. I've always had to go to the library to get part of my entertainment. I think books are actually the best entertainment there is. It's better than TV. You don't have to watch commercials. These commercials...
They're cheaper, that's for sure.
Yes, they're cheaper.
Well, if you get cable like I've got, a hell of a lot cheaper.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't even afford
I don't get to see the Beast, the Daily Beast.
Yeah. Well, I just go to the internet and get, whatever. My eyes are, between reading and the internet, my eyes get a workout. I couldn't even take anymore. I couldn't take any more TV. I never watch TV at night, and my eyes are happy. They are very happy that I quit that. They were just about to give out. And also, it takes energy. You don't even have it at the end of the day. It takes energy to watch commercials. just sitting there, and every little bit, So I've made up my mind I would not put any commercials on my work. No commercials, because I hate commercials, and people are so used to commercials.
What?
People are always
You put
telling
no
me,
commercials on your work?
yeah,
What work
my
do you
blog.
have?
Some people put commercials on their blog.
Well, don't you get paid for that?
Well, yeah, but you have to have some readers. If you only get one reader, you're not going to get paid very much, I wouldn't think.
Well, I would consider paying.
But I want
Folks,
to promise you
this
that
is gonna go downhill from now on. I
look
can
at
see it. I can see it's going
commercial in
downhill.
order to read my blog. That's why nobody reads my blog. They're so used to commercials, they don't think it's worth anything unless there's a commercial on it.
Well, what? See now, I would take that convoluted thinking and go, I'm going to get as many commercials as I can and bring into these people, like, oh well, the commercials were great, but the blog was, I don't know. But still, you get paid for it.
See, you're always talking about sense of humor. Sense of humor is actually my sense of humor is what's got me in a lot of trouble. Because I can always see the funny side.
Do you know what's got you so much trouble?
Anything. And I'm always,
you're pushing 80 years old and you're hanging around with me, right?
Yeah, that is. No,
my sense of humor. You have to have a sense of humor to hang around with me.
Yeah, because he's always got the comics on. Every time you come in, oh, this is funny, that's funny. He knows every comic there is, and that means that, raunchy comics, whatever. And that's always, my sense of humor has always got me in trouble.
What is a raunchy comic?
A raunchy comic is a raunchy comic.
Well,
now, don't tell me a man of words does not know the meaning of raunchy.
Well, was Red Fox a raunchy comic?
Oh, yes.
Well, there you go.
Yes. Red Fox. Oh.
Was Red Skelton a raunchy comic?
And one of my favorite topics to make fun of was...
Yeah, straight up that one, didn't they?
Was,
You take Red Skelton up in Las Vegas. He was as raunchy as everybody else.
No, well, raunchy.
What is raunchy? What does that word mean? Does he work blue?
So,
was Bill Cosby...
That's part of my personality.
Was Bill Cosby a raunchy comic?
Well, he could be early on. Now,
well, yeah, when he did those Jello commercials.
Richard Pryor.
When he did those Jello commercials, he was pretty raunchy, selling his soul for Jello. But putting here, to me, that's
See,
raunchy.
he knows them all. He's always telling me. That's what he was telling me today. Gracie Allen, she is a great comic. Every time I come in here, he's got a comic on. A comic.
Not every time.
Well,
I had you and me on, but you said, well, I'm putting that one on because that thing scares sex. Screaming sex. I didn't see
part of my
sex.
personality is...
I'm looking on the camera trying to go, where's the screaming part?
Is to be funny. And unfortunately, if people don't have a sense of humor...
Well, the people that you come from up there in northern
not a desirable
Arizona and southern Utah, they ain't very funny.
Well, some of them have sense of humor. In fact, I was they'd have rare sense of humor. So, but I always appreciated them. I always appreciated the humorists in town. If they could make me laugh, I could forgive them but. So, a sense of humor can it's not to be, people don't think that really recommends you. You're really not
people?
To be recommended.
To where?
Well, I don't know, the respectable people, the people that count, the people that...
The people that count? What? People with money? Is that all you think is money? That's all it is,
he
folks.
just scorns
it's all money.
He scorns money.
I don't scorn money, I like money.
Well, you don't have very much of it.
Well, I didn't
If you
say.
like it.
I did not say. You don't get the picture, do you? I like money just because I don't have any of it. Doesn't mean I have to thirst after. and be greedy or anything like that. I mean, we've got enough of those people in society today. We don't need any more of those. So,
well, see, yeah, right. So that's probably our day.
do you think we can make this stick it on one of our channels today? Because I've been getting phone calls
Oh, where
from YouTube
did you
and say,
disappear?
"What happened? Don't you love us anymore? You're not putting anything
In your
up."
dreams, in your dreams.
Yeah, when it brings.
No, this
when it
is
rings.
really more like we force it on you, and you try to ignore it. That's really.
You know, I never thought about it like that before. Never thought about it like that before.
And you'd say, don't those people ever stop? Once they get started.
Yes.
But anyway, you know, well,
okay.
there's hope. I mean, we're getting old, and one of these days. That's what you can hope for.
That's right.
One of these days, it'll be blank.
Next month.
What happened to so-and-so?
My camera will die after 30 days. You know,
yeah,
just go plank it.
No, it won't. It'll go on. It'll
okay.
outlast us.
30 days.
I'm convinced it'll outlast us.
How do you know?
And one of these days, if we're not here anymore, well, just think of it this way. They're gone to a good cause. Science. Science has got us now.
That is true.
And
we're going to be cut up
I
in
feel like
little
calling them
pieces.
down. Now be careful with it. Be sure and look at their big brains. He thinks he has a very big brain.
I never said that.
Look at the brains.
Never said that.
You know, they might miss our brains. If we don't, maybe we better leave a little note on. Be sure and look at the brains.
No, the only note I want to have is beware of my screaming sex clothes. Because I don't want to be, after I'm dead, attacked by any of
Oh,
you
don't worry.
people.
They know how to take care of you.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Okay, people. Bye now. I have to go.
Yeah, she has to go to the bathroom or whatever. I don't know.
Spend